Good morning, students. Today we are going to see another practical, that is blood smear. So, before starting this practical, we need to have a idea about the composition of blood. Blood is composed of formed elements and plasma. Composed of which all things formed elements and plasma. Then what what all things included in formed elements? Formed elements includes WBC, RBC and platelets. And today the practical that we are going to perform is mainly relating to the WBC, or it otherwise called leukocytes. Leukocytes are of two types. Which are they? Granulocytes and agranulocytes. What is the difference between granulocytes and agranulocytes? Granulocytes have granules in its cytoplasm. Agranulocytes are devoid of granules in the cytoplasm. Then which are granulocytes and which are agranulocytes? Basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil. They are granulocytes. Then agranulocyte cells, which are they? They are monocytes and lymphocytes. Okay. So in this practical, we will prepare a smear out of your blood sample and will identify all these types of WBC. Okay. So for this experiment, we need, which all materials we need are to slide a dropper, then stain, right stain or Leishman stain can be used. Right stain or Leishman stain. So at this point, I want to mention you one more thing. Why we are using this stain? These stains have the capacity to give color to the nucleus. Depending upon, but based on the number of lobes present in the nucleus of WBC, we distinguish each type of WBC. Understand? Based on the number of lobes present in the nucleus of each type of WBC, we are identifying, understanding each type of WBC. So these stains have the capability to give color to the nucleus, and also in that way help us to understand how many lobes are present. Okay, then main thing, microscope also required. First, I will explain what is the method. First, is a blood related practical. So, it's a must that we need to prick our finger, this finger, and to take a drop of blood. Okay. First, you need to prick the finger, discard the first drop, and before pricking the finger, we need to sterilize our finger with a spirit. After that, only you prick the finger and discard the first drop of blood. Understand up to there? Sterilizing the finger, pricking the finger, discard first drop, then take the second drop and pour somewhat, put a single drop here and make a smear out of this. How to make the smear, that I will show you now. Now I am not going to take my blood using the stain itself. I will explain how to prepare the smear. So we have two slides with us. Okay. Then the second drop that we have taken from our finger, you need to put it somewhere here. Make a drop. Okay. Here. I'm going to take some more amount of stain. Okay. Then what you have to do? Place the other slide above this slide in a slanting manner, 40-degree angle, and to gradually move it back, touch the outer margin of that blood drop, and as it touches the outer margin of the blood drop, that blood drop gets spread the entire edge of the upper slide. Then what we need to give a single swipe towards front. Single swipe, single. Don't make this like movement. Only a single swipe towards the front direction. Understand? In this way you have to prepare the smear. Okay, after preparing the smear, you need to keep it for some time for it to get to dry. After it get enoughly dry for 5 minutes or like that, then you need to add 4 drops of Leishman or right stain. This here, Leishman or right stain, 4 drops. I am going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Then gently spread it to make it contact with all region of the slide and let it to dry again for another 5 minutes. Okay, can keep it there for getting dry. Okay, 5 minutes over. It's dry as much liquid. Then what we are going to do? We are going to add some amount of water. That amount of water should be double the amount of the stain that we add to this slide. If suppose if we add 4 drops of stain here, we need to add 8 drops of water to the slide. Just 1, 2, approximately that much amount. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why we are doing this? We need to remove all the excess dye present in the slide to make it dilute. So after adding this much water also, we need to keep the slide for some time, 2 or 3 minutes. Then, okay, 2 or 3 minutes is over now. Then what we need to do? We need to take the petri dish with water and to gently dip that slide in the petri dish and take it off from there. And now our slide is okay, smear is okay. You can hear. Then what we need to do? We need to keep it for some time because in a wet condition itself, it is not fair to keep the slide under the microscope. It may spoil our lens. So that's why we need to wait for some more time to get it enough dry. After it get dry, then we need to place under the microscope and we can identify each type of WBC. And first we need to focus it in low power. When it correctly focused in the low power, then we need to adjust it with the high power to get a clear image, clear observation. For that we can identify each type of WBC. Students, these are the steps that you need to follow while performing the blood smear experiment. That all the procedures I have already demonstrated and show you through the video itself. Anyway, you can refer these steps also, then that will make it very much clear for you in what way you need to perform that. All the steps are given here. Clean the finger with the spirit, punch it, discard first blood drop, make the smear. How to make the spear I showed you very clearly. And after this description, I am also attaching one more video, and in that video again I'm trying to make way more clear, because that smear preparation is very very important. If we prepare a good smear, then only we could get all the WBC without clumping under the microscope. After making the smear, again we need to dry, because without getting sufficiently dry, we are pouring the stain. There's chance for slipping of all these cells from that slide. So that's why we are drying. Then after that, Leishman stain, 4 drops are added. Then also wait for 5 minutes. After that, add some double the amount of water that of the stain, and wait for 10 minutes. And after that, we are just dipping in water to de-stain it. And before examining under the microscope again, we are drying it, because to go take care of the microscope. And these are the different types of WBC. And the examiner may ask you to identify at least two WBC cell, and you may ask to tell the examiner how you identify each type of WBC. Then you need to answer that depending on the variation in the number of lobes present in the nucleus. You distinguish between each type of WBC. Here you can see basophil, eosinophil, and neutrophil. These are granulocytes actually, and in this one, this cytoplasm contains plenty of granules. Neutrophil, even then, this neutrophil's picture showed here is not showing so much granules, but it is a granulocyte cell that you need to understand. Basophil, even if its nucleus shape is horseshoe, it is not visible. It is not that much clear. That shape is not clear here because of the so much intense presence of granules. So in the basophil, it appears like a round spherical structure, and is there is more chance get confused between basophil and lymphocyte. These both WBC somewhat appear similar. Only difference is that in the case of lymphocyte, you can see a narrow margin of cytoplasm, clear cytoplasm here. Okay, that's the difference. But in the case of basophil, it's a fully colored blue spherical structure. That is basophil. Neutrophil means the WBC having more than 2 lobes. That number of lobes can be vary. It may be more. It will be more than 2. And whenever the WBC have lobes more than 2, then that WBC will be a neutrophil. And in WBC number wise we are examining, neutrophils count is always more. Neutrophil is the most abundant WBC. Then in the case of also eosinophil, its lobe, while we are examining the lobe of eosinophil, it is two-lobed. Here we can see as two-lobed. In the case of monocyte, bean-shaped. These are monocyte. And lymphocyte is spherical nucleus. As there is no granules in cytoplasm, cytoplasm appears very clear. It's about the blood smear. Then I am going to show you that video.
Using Leishman stain, but you can use any other stain like Wright stain. First, we take 2 clean slides. The slide with which we smear should have smooth edges of ones like this one. Then comes the bravest part, piercing to get blood. We usually do it with the middle finger of the non-dominant hand. Make sure you use a clean, sterile needle and also clean the area with rubbing alcohol before doing it. Once the alcohol dries up, pierce the finger and get some blood on the slide. Make sure that the alcohol dries, otherwise it will sting. You should try to do things speedily now because the blood starts to dry up quickly. Put the blood on one end of the slide. Put the smooth end of the other slide in such a way that the blood spreads along the edge. You should try to practice it because it gets better with practice. Once it spreads, move it over the slide without losing contact in a fast manner. A perfect smear is tongue-shaped and it needs practice. Do not touch the smear and let it dry completely. We then stain the smear. Put enough drops to cover the smear entirely. I put here 4 drops and it covered my sample completely. Keep it for 2 minutes and let it dry. The stain looks blue initially, but once it dries, it becomes purple. Time is important, so you might want to keep a watch nearby. Leishman stain is Leishman powder dissolved in methanol, which acts as a fixative, and so we don't need to fix it separately. If you see any polychromatic or rainbow-like scum on the surface, don't worry because it's just due to the oxidation of the chemicals present in the stain. You can see that as the stain is drying up, it's getting purple, and it's quite fast. Now you will have to dilute it. We add double the drops of water to the slide and keep it for 10 minutes. I am putting 8 drops of water because I added 4 drops of stain earlier. The water should be clean and not acidic or alkaline. We kept this for 10 minutes. The slide was moved a bit so that the stain and water got mixed properly. This is done to prevent overstaining. After this, I submerge the slide gently in water to wash away the excess stain. Many people wash it under the tap, but I find it risky because often the smear gets damaged. Then we dry the slide and observe it under a microscope. I had already prepared one earlier, a slide of blood smear, so I will be showing what I see it in it. Some pictures I took, I am posting it right now. You can see them in the video only. This is a neutrophil which I saw, some other cells.
This is about today's practical. Thank you.